Hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Futures Connected. Last time we wrapped up Galgar's story arc in a not 100% satisfying way, but it was wrapped up I guess, and I don't think we'll be seeing any more of it. And after that we did a bunch of quiet moments that I've been putting off for most of the game. And today I think I'm going to be doing a couple more quiet moments whenever those open up, and let's see, there's one by the quarry colonnade, and I think that's just right inside the door of this ruin, I think. All right, over here, and let's see, am I gonna have to put anyone else in my party? I need Shulk and Nene in my party, and I need to let's see, bring Shulk in over here, and we can finally see a party chat involving someone who isn't Melia.
Why Mr. Shulk stopped so sudden?
I was just thinking about the cave near Colony 9. Do you know it, Nene? It's called Tephra Cave.
Nene no place. Nene tag along once with group of hum-hum. Went to fetch ether cylinders.
I've done that too sometimes. Went with Ryan a couple of times.
Mama! Hooray for twinsies! Nene went there during rebuilding effort.
So you did your part to help Nene. Thanks for that.
It not thing that need thanks per se. Just doing civic duty. Must stay friends and work together. With all peoples that live in world.
That's right.
But folk here have lot of angry scuffles. Fight between neighbors bad. Should watch Nene and Kino. Learn to everyone play nice.
Well, I wouldn't say the people here are enemies exactly. They just don't know how to work out their feelings.
That just fancy way of saying fighting?
It's not exactly like fighting. Both sides do understand each other, but their paths took them in different directions.
What Mr. Shulk mean?
If the two sides had simply hated each other, they wouldn't just leave. They tried to drive the other side out by force. But that's not what they did. They still have common ground to stand on. And Melia's here now. They just need some time to mull things over.
Mr. Shulk is very kind person. Very different from Mama Pon. When Nene and Kino get into bad fight, Mama Pon spank first, then ask questions. Nene and Kino always in tears, but always say sorries and make up with hug. End of end, friendship become much stronger. Being friends mean a whole lot more fun, and more fun is more good. Also, everyone in Colony 9 was friends from start of start.
Well, that's because everyone there was working to help rebuild. We all share the same dream.
But dreams of people here all really all that different from each other.
For now, I guess. But Melia's doing the best she can, and we need to as well.
Nene understand. Nene will wait until Miss Melia make dreams of everyone mushed together as one. But if dream of Miss Melia not go through to everyone, in that case, Nene will give vicious spankings, and no one spared, even not Mr. Shulk.
What? Me as well? Just promise to be gentle.
Alright, I'm going to not comment on that. That was a little bit on the more humorous side compared to some of the other quiet moments that I've seen recently. Let's see. There's this one overlooking the big old hole in the ground. And let's see, I want to say that's going to be over here. I love how this just like this little basin area has a completely different color scheme than everything else on the Biana shoulder. And I have no idea why. It's like it got like burned by something or something like that. Though not even burned, because the plants themselves are actually red too, and that's not just like dead stuff, but can I get this without falling off? Thank you. Where am I going? It's like right by the waterfall. Okay. Who do I need for this and when? Shulk and one of the Napon. In the afternoon. I believe it's the afternoon now. Land and sky.
So high up!
It really is, isn't it?
When stand on tippy edge, I'd go dizzy. Whoa!
Kino, don't get too close to the edge. If you lose your footing, you could fall.
Here is much safer. Strange view when come to think about. Clouds look like floaty fluff below feet.
You're right. I don't think I've ever been this high up before either.
No. A moment. If clouds are in direction down, this continent floating even higher up than clouds.
Exactly. It's floating much higher up than Frontier Village in Magma Forest. Or even Erith Sea.
Strange, so strange. But why this island is floating higher than even clouds?
I remember something from an old book. As I recall, the Bionis Shoulder was once inhabited by the Giants, a highly advanced race. There used to be many islands floating above Erith Sea, you know.
Kino no. Teeny tiny islands floating in sky. Very fantastic view.
The Giants. They could process and utilize hoverstone, a mineral with floating properties.
Amazing! In Erith Sea, they gather so much hoverstone, it lifted up whole continent.
Actually, you might have it backwards. Maybe they took hoverstone from here and transported it back to Erith Sea.
Whoa! Elementary! Kino 220% agree.
Of course, it's best to take all this with a grain of salt.
Huh?
Until now, no Homs, or even High Entia, have set foot on this continent. That's why the book's author might only be speculating about some aspects.
No, it makes sense. Can be no mistaken theory of Shulk. Shulk really do know everything, just like Dad upon say.
Oh no, I'm positive there are things I don't know.
Dad upon say, friend Shulk is brainy smart, know everything. And also brave and cool, and could do anything if he put mind to it.
Did he really? I'm actually a little embarrassed now.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's only good thing. He also say Shulk is #1 sidekick of Dadapon. Next in line of awesome.
I see. Good old Ricky.
Ricky called Shulk a nerd. That was actually on the shorter side, I think. All right. There are five quiet moments on the Grandel region down here. Are there any? And I'm not gonna do them now. But are there any in Alchemoth? Not yet. I don't know how much of Alchemoth we're actually gonna get to see, but for now, I'm going to be running around Grandel a little bit. Let's see. I think out this way. I feel like if I just run in a big circle around this like air sky peninsula thing, I will find one eventually. All right, I see down, I think by these trees, there's one. Right in between these trees. And this is going to require... Why are they all on edges? Like, if I'm not paying attention, I could very easily just, like, keep going, and then goodbye. And then I guess it's not that bad because I'll just respawn at the last checkpoint, but... Why do these all have to be on, like, cliffs? It's very inconvenient. Party, I need Nene and Kino in the party for this one. Alright, you two. Dreaming big.
Meh meh. Meh meh meh. Nice and warm. Snoozy and tozy. Sleepsy and sunsy. Sister Pon, Kino just have dream of become Hero Pon. Meh? Big impressed, Kino. Even dream of being Hero Pon in middle of a sleep. Sister Pon there too. Nene in dream too? What Nene do? Kino and Nene were lying in sun, just like now. But then, it suddenly get dark. When Open Eye saw a face of huge Brog in front of own face. Mimere! Hope it not eat us. Tongue of Brog all wormy long. With tongue, it gobble Nene right up. Oh no! Nene get ate? But to help Sister Pon, Kino gets self-ate too. Meh, what happened next? Inside a Brog's stomach, full of pollen orbs. Oh, day of happy. How very lucky to be Brog food. No, wait, how we get out? Kino and Sister Pon ate own fill of pollen orbs. Ate till full. It sound like dream. So then, bodies of Kino and Nene swell up like balloon, and Brog blur Kino and Nene out. Such wow! Nene and Kino jammy pants. And that how Kino become mighty Hero Pon. Such sudden. Now, what give? Why not Nene become Hero Pon? But, what happened? It was just dream. Once woke up, no longer was Hero Pon. Meh. Well, Nene think Kino become more closer to Hero Pon each day. Kino, while travel with Mr. Shock and Miss Melia, Kino tried to talk to all many sorts of people. And also, ancient Nopon art of shifty slip that Kino practiced so long looked like it come along nicely. Mama, really? Hurrah! Kino happy to hear. Wait, how Nene know Kino was practicing shifty slip technique? Meh, please not to sweat teensy details. Shifty also. Anyway, Kino working really hard to become Hero Pon. Which mean, one day soon, become Hero Pon in life, not just dream. Mr. Shulk and Miss Melia such amazing. Always give everything for others. They like real-life Hero Pon. But what about... Kino defeat King of Fog could even do all by lonesome. Meh. Kino sure? Kino sure. But there's no need for Kino to fight by lonesome. Everyone defeat Fog King together. If fight alone, it's always chance to slip up and make mistake. But when all together, help one another to succeed. Nene make sure everyone stays safe. And Kino make sure everyone stay healthy. Mama, Kino convinced? After beat King of Fog, Kino be Hero Pon? For sure get big pat on back from bird people friends. And then maybe they build statue of Kino. Hero Pon, vanquisher of King of Fog. Mama, Kino have to do it. Nene always by side of Kino. Not have to worry one bit. Oh. Thankings. With Nene by side of Kino, King of Fog just be a cloudy puff. That the spirit. Nene also set pluck to max.
Please never say the word jammy pants again. Alright, I'm sure there was some serious conversation in there, but I did have a little bit of a hard time getting through just like the Nopon accident and how ridiculous it is to hear two of them going at each other for like 5 minutes. Alright, next one I think is just a little ways away up here. I don't think I actually have to fast travel anywhere if I want to get to it in a timely manner. On the map it looked like it was just a little bit to the north of me. A little bit, there it is on the map. And... Alright, please have at least one participant in this who isn't an Nopon now, for the sake of my comprehension. Alright, Shulk and... Yeah, Shulk, alright. So let's put Shulk out in the party, and we can... I'm sure shenanigans will transpire.
Shulk, looky look! Plenty of trees growing.
Looks like this area isn't very heavily cultivated. That might be why nature runs so rampant.
Big step for Nopon! Kino make this into Frontier Village Mark II!
Frontier Village, huh? I was amazed first time I saw it. All the pollen factories, built into that giant tree.
Nopon never use metal if can be helped. Except for Sisterpon, who like use hom-hom shields very much.
Oh, right. It's true, though. Ricky never did use a metal weapon. It looked more like a fruit of some kind.
Kino here, this is actually gumberry that store ether within. Kino just make it suck in ether, and then it shoot out contents like real rifle.
Is that right? I'm not sure I've ever seen a berry that big before.
Indeedy. Kino never see one lying around before, that for sure.
The plants that bear them must be very rare. I knew biters, but I didn't know you had curiosities like these.
Well, biter's still more popular. Little Pun Kino also want to use biter, but no beef on wings, so could not carry properly. But then, when Kino get in big sulk, Dadapon go and pick gumberry from somewhere.
Ricky did. So he can be a model father. I'm impressed.
Yes, Dadapon is true hero pon. This weapon only used now by Nopon 2 Wimpy to hold biter, but Dadapon was first one to discover. Everyone jumped for happy when introduced.
Ricky is a man of many talents, huh? A true hero pon indeed.
Dadapon say he get idea for making into weapon from hom-hom gun.
Inspired by a Hom's gun. Ah, Charla's ether rifle then. Though if he was going to make weapons, I would have been happy to help him out.
How about if Shulk give Kino pointers? Kino still not always hit target.
Pointers, eh? From what I saw, though, it seemed like you knew your stuff.
Kino also thinks so, but still sometimes miss.
Right. Then maybe you'd best learn how to properly handle the weapon.
Properly how?
Am I right to assume you've never really had proper training?
How's Shulk knowing of that? Kino's state of shock.
I reckon the weapon's more beat up than it should be. You don't want that. More prone to malfunctions.
What Kino should do?
It's important to be as careful as possible. Handle it too roughly, and you could end up warping the grip. If the aim is a little off, it could potentially be because of that.
How Shulk knows such things? Kino never figure out in a million years.
I've always liked tinkering with weapons. Even made my friend Ryan's weapon, in fact. That'll be why. If you need a weapon maintained, I'm your guy.
Shulk really second most awesome after Dadapon. Tell Kino more.
All right. But for now, let's reinforce this to help with your aim. In return, could you perhaps share some more stories?
Kino like that deal.
Ricky, a man of many talents. He says somewhat euphemistically. Alright. We're getting down to the end of these. I probably will be finished with these quiet moments, at least the ones that are available to me right now, by the end of this video. This is Melia and Nene. Kino, Nene, whichever the green one is. I still can't tell. I'm bad enough with names of, like, actual people in actual real life.
Miss Melly, everything okay?
I was pondering the shape of things that are to come.
Like fuzzy shape of King of Fog thing?
No, even beyond that.
Mama?
When this is over, when the battle is won, what will you do?
Miss Melly asks good question. Kino goes straight home and reports succeedings to Dadapon.
What will you tell him?
That Miss Melly and others make best as sidekicks.
Sidekicks?
Kino mean friends. Was slip of tongue. Miss Melly, please. No scary face.
Just a joke.
Mama, please not to intimidate Kino.
You wish to be a hero pawn, yes? If that was enough to startle you, you've got a long way to go.
Mama.
And yet, I hardly think you need to feel hurried. This journey we're on is a certain first step on the way to achieving your dream. I know you will have many chances to prove yourself yet. Also, I think you cut a very fine figure pursuing your goal.
Whoa, then Kino already mighty hero pawn?
If you're asking that question, it's a sign you are not.
Miss Melly make no sense sometimes.
What will you do after you speak to Ricky?
Mama, what Miss Melly mean?
As laudable as it is to have made new friends, surely it is but the first step to herodom.
Mama, sidekick... friends is all Kino's thought of so far. After Dadapon come back from adventure, he boldly brag about bring back many friends and have great success. So then, Kino also want to tell about how Kino make friends. That not enough reason to want.
What really counts is inside you, that you still have much time. Perhaps it would do you good to think on it a while.
Miss Melly not just tell? Miss Melly's such a meanie. Also, what is mean by still have much time? We not go back once King of Fog goes splosh?
You are forgetting something. The Junks is quite severely damaged. I expect we can repair it, but it will not happen overnight.
Nah, that did slip mind. But everyone expects big return of hero upon Kino. What Kino going to do? Have ambitions, want travel to far land, talk to many much people, and then helping Wing if some in distress. What to doing? What to doing? Magnificent plan of Kino, encounter unplanned delay. Miss Melly, please to helping Kino.
I see you've taken my words to heart.
Mama, what Miss Melly mean?
To think, it was only a little while ago you were hiding behind Nene. You've come very far in such a short time. Helping those you encounter, no matter the problem. You've become quite forthright in our travels. Indeed, striving to make your dreams come true is a powerful thing.
So Miss Melly explain?
Well, being told the answers does not equal learning. How about this? Why don't we think on it together?
Mama, Miss Melly nice to Kino after all.
So I don't know exactly when these moments became available for viewing, but I have a feeling that one would have opened up just like immediately following finishing the side quest with the gang of kids over there making friends or whatever. Let's see. It had very similar similar vibes as the kids these days like to say. This one I'm not entirely sure about. I think this one is somewhere on the spiral, so I'll fast travel to the spiral, and then from there I should be able to just drop off and like jump over into the lake, and so I'm not exactly sure on the spiral where it is. I think it was on the lower part, but I'm not 100% on that. I should be able to just drop down into the lake from there and get the last one. Alright, I feel like it was like here-ish. It is. Okay, great. You there! Alright. I still need to make more story progress of some sort. There could also be more of them that I haven't, like, put on the map yet because I haven't actually talked to them on the overworld. And I've been, like, trying to go out of my way to talk to the Quiet Moment bubbles and activate them and see if I can activate them, like, as I find them. But, oh, that might be too far. Alright, so we can get here the normal way, if we must. Alright, Tyrea's Uncertainty. Alright, that is, I'm sure, going to be the prerequisite for the one up on the top of the spiral. Let's see this.
It's a fateful thing that you and I should see each other again here, like this.
Tyrea, what brought you to the Bionis shoulder?
A good question. Honestly, I had no motive. I wandered without aim, the Bionis no more. Before long, I found myself here. That's all.
So it is but a work of chance. Is that right?
Exactly. Though I certainly didn't expect that chance would bring me back to Alchemoth. The rest is just as I told you. I helped Elam with his research and surveilled the city, waiting for the right opportunity.
So then, you're saying you remained here in order to win back the capital, yes?
If I'm honest, I have to admit, I did consider it. At least until the Fog King appeared.
And then?
The people who still live here, when I showed up, I was a dead woman walking. But they took me in without question. People like that, falling victim to that accursed monster. It doesn't bear thinking about. That's why.
You feel yourself indebted to them, right? Tyrea, you've changed.
Have I? Have I really?
Tyrea, if it's all right with you, why not come with us?
Melia.
We can't pretend the past didn't happen. I know that. But still, can't we at least band together?
I can't.
Is that so? Forgive me, Tyrea. It was thoughtless not to consider your feelings. You must see me as your mother's killer.
You misapprehend. That's not at issue here. I just don't understand.
What do you mean? What don't you understand?
I simply... Since the day Yumea drew her final breath, I've lost sight of the path I should walk. It's still the same now. What can I focus on? Where should I go? What will bring meaning to my existence? Even my staying here, when it comes down to it, I'm just resigning myself to the winds of chance.
Tyrea, that's wrong.
Melia, you continue to misjudge me. I have not changed. I've never known anything, not even my own desires.
I can tell you feel lost, Tyrea.
I've never had anything remotely resembling the Orb Brilliance.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, feels doubt. We lost sight of the right path in the Great War. We all did, not just you. I did as well. Nay, I still do now. If I said all my doubts were behind me, it would be a heinous lie. When your heart is lost at sea and drifting, it takes time to find answers within. And when you've lost someone important to you, it takes more time still. Hear me. You are strong enough. In time, you will find your answers.
My skills were once widely recognized. though I may have used them to try and end your life.
Is that still something you wish to do?
If that were the case, you would have gone sailing over the edge of the Bionis shoulder a long time ago.
I believe so too. When in reality, I'm standing here talking with you. So then, I think that leaves us some room for friendship. Doesn't it?
You speak just like those Homs you traveled with.
I take that as a compliment, actually. But it's as you say. It's yet another thing I've learned from them.
Why are you so damn persistent? Is that your crown princess duty? Or do you simply pity the weakling I've become?
Enough. I'll hear no more of this self-loathing. My heart tells me it's the right thing to do. That is all. That is my reason, and the only answer you'll get.
Melia.
What's more, Tyrea? You're all the family I have left. Listen. Once we have dealt with the matter at hand, would you please give me your answer again?
And what if I cannot give you the answer that you're looking for?
I will respect whatever conclusion you arrive at, so long as it's one you can live with.
Don't get your hopes up.
Fine. That will suffice for now. I'll be waiting, Tyrea.
Should I really go along with Melia? Am I worthy? After all the years spent in shadows, all the blood. Yumea, Mother, please give me a sign.
I really like Tyrea's braid with the three-color thing that it has going on. Anyway, that should be the prerequisite that we needed to view this last one up here on the slopes of the... Woo! Almost did go charging off. On the slopes of the Eternal Zenith. And... let's see. This will, I think, most likely finally be the resolution to the story arc. This is probably my favorite thing about this Futures Connected epilogue so far, story-wise. I did like that, and I'll go on for a minute before I actually activate this thing. I did like that in the main game, at least one of the side quests, I think there might have been more than one, did have some like pseudo reconciliation between Tyrea and Melia, the one outside Colony 6. And I do like that we're expanding on that here. This has been a long time coming.
Tyrea, do you perchance remember the day that we two first met?
I was wondering what you'd come out with. You finally decided to settle some past grudges, have you?
Not at all. I just found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle. If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Tyrea, about what I said to you before.
Yes?
Are your doubts allayed?
Perhaps. Not all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Tell me then.
Melia, you are the last High Entier of Imperial blood.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other. You are the light, Melia. You must lead us. Gather our people under your banner. I don't think I ought to be there for that.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to say such a thing?
The fact is, I was an Inquisitor of the Bionite Order, my very existence prescribed by law. You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Tyrea.
Understand, I regret none of the deeds I did for you, Maya. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape. All I do is cast a deep shadow on your radiance. As the Imperial line rises to greet a new age, I would contribute nothing. I'd be a hindrance.
How can you hate your own self that much? If that is the answer you wish to give me, then it would be wrong for me to speak out against it. But I will say this, Tyrea. Imperial blood yet runs in your veins too, as does the mixed blood of Ahoms. We are no different. How could we be?
At this point, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
You're wrong.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future? Is this what your mother would have wanted?
How dare you! You didn't know you, Mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Mimir! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Nene, what are you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky-like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, Sister-Pon fight is counterproductive.
What?
It's better to hug and make up blinkety-snap. If not, Mama Pon, roll up sleeves, then everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning! We are not...
Incidentally, Nene is older Sister-Pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama Pon scare into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude. Ugh, just thinking about make old scars and Nene itchy. But anyway, bottom line is fighting is bad. So, now is when pleased to hug and make up. Go on, say, sorry, Sister-Pon.
What is this thing going on about?
Mother, huh? If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
Not it! Nene's not thing! Nene's Nene!
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her. So I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind. Even at the very end.
Yumea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line. And also, how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate. Her spirit contained no falsehood.
I see.
Due to the loftiness of her faith, Yumea could be very severe towards both me and herself. I'm sure if she could see me now... tending at Yumea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yumea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yumea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be? Would Yumea really? Would Mother simply allow this?
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Melia, if Yumea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yumea's loyal retainer. Let me be me then. The Empress's your shadow, and I'll do what's in my power.
So then, you will not change your ways, but still walk alongside me. Is that correct?
Yumea, Mother, kept me by her side for that purpose. She already showed me the road that I should take. I think I'd like to repay her by putting her will into action. For her, and for the future of the High Entia.
I see. So that's the answer you have chosen. I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good. If you got blinded by pretty ideals and came to ruin, I could never face my mother.
No, I'd never be so...
Let's face it, you'll need someone to rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right. But in that case, I must make a pronouncement too. I, Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire, act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Miss Tyrea, Nene very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major sister bomb vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know, I've nothing to apologize for.
Me? But Miss Tyrea just did proper big bow to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
Me? But bow her plenty sorry feel. It's just like when Dadapon make apologizes to Mamapon.
Whatever. I'm too old for this.
The future is within our grasp, sister mine.
Boy, we're really, is that it? Is my controller awake? There we go. We're really, speed running the gamut of emotions in that one, although that one was a little on the long side. I think that was about 10 minutes. Alright, are there any other quiet moments? I don't think so. There's one more side quest that has opened up. Good. Really? Game. Really can't let me get on with the main story, can we? I also do have to do the thing in the Necropolis eventually. Gotten a couple more levels since last I did that, but... I don't know. I would consider getting a couple more before I go and do that. Maybe a level 80 or so. Let's see. So I'm gonna end things off here. This video did go on for a while because these last couple yeah, we'll fast travel here. These last couple quiet moments have ended up... Is my Wii U controller really drifting too? So I've been through the Switch Joy-Cons, those started drifting. I've been through an Xbox One controller, that started drifting. Now I'm on a Wii U controller, a Wii U Pro controller, and it's starting to drift as well. This is a little comedic. It's not even annoying anymore. It's just funny. Anyway, I'm gonna end this off here. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Futures Connected. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.